All right, everybody. I think we are live. It's Saturday Night Live here on YouTube, and we're doing a live stream as promised. So we're waiting for our first person to come in, but that never stopped me before. I used to do these shows when I was a kid, just in my room, looking at the mirror. Okay, we got somebody here live. So what's going on out there? Anybody do any Black Friday shopping? I was over at, you can see my video actually. I posted it yesterday. It looked like a scene from The Purge, actually, when we're waiting in line. I was just thankful that nobody stampeded anyone else because they gave me a coupon for a 4K TV. It was a 65-inch TV for $270. That's pretty amazing. I didn't get it because I have a 3D television and I didn't want to give up the 3D television. But nonetheless, I want to hear if anybody else got anything cool. I did get a sound bar for my existing TV so I can hear things blowing up better on the during the movies. When you watch those action movies, you want to feel the whole room like reverberating, so anyway, that was one of the cool things that happened. Spent a lot of time this week at the Funko store, just hanging out there, taking pictures, goofing on everything. People are taking it way too seriously at that Funko Hollywood store. They're like, behold, I have Freddy Funko. It's a collector's item. Stay away from me. But actually, we're just goofing on it, so just trying to find some fun stuff, have a good time with it because it's an amazing store. If you're an Instagrammer, you like to take pictures, there are so many great opportunities. You can actually touch the statues and you can climb up on Star Cruisers and Jeeps and all sorts of interesting theme rooms. So if your thing is anime or sci-fi or horror or sports and entertainment, this is for you, okay? The Funko shop. It's on Hollywood near Vine, and the store just opened on November 18th. All right. We are going to have a special guest tonight. DJ Silene is joining us. And I think my echo is here as well. I hear myself on digital delay.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you scoot a little bit?
Scoot down.
Thank you.
Make room for Mama.
Thank you.
Right.
Hi everybody, this is DJ Silene. If you have a chance, give me some loving too on DJ
okay,
Silene.
I'll give you some loving.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's everybody?
Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
How's everybody?
You guys doing good? You're getting ready for Saturday Night Live. We were thinking of doing something with music.
Share this thing.
We were thinking of doing things with music and lights and all that, but then they said you can't play any music because you get copyright infringements. And I had enough problems getting pulled down from my Roxanne video. I couldn't even put 15 seconds of it on there.
Really?
On my story. I got pulled down like about 4 different times, but I did make it to my Instagram page and my YouTube page. I don't know why the Instagram stories are so strict with copyright laws and things. I don't know. I don't get it. We're just trying to share the love out there. All right. Well,
how do you share? Who do I share?
Don't worry about it. We got quality, not quantity. I don't really care about. They can watch us on the playback. You know what I mean?
That's right. All right. So, what should we talk about? Is anybody that's there not identifying themselves?
I think there's some really shy people here that just don't want to say anything. But nonetheless, that never stopped me,
That's true.
My brother always told me, because I do a little entertainment. He always says, you got to leave before your audience does. I think our audience hasn't come yet, but basically we haven't peaked yet. So don't worry.
Well, people don't know that. I mean, suddenly it's just spring alive. You never
you
do
start
too many
seeing
lives.
you start
People are
seeing
like,
people
what the
like,
heck is that?
because we're on the West Coast, so it's much later on all these other time zones.
I
So
think our audience is sleeping.
yeah, they're all
We need to
asleep.
start a
I
little
have
earlier.
big fans in Singapore right now, and they're fast asleep as we speak.
You have some Brazilians. Hey,
Yeah,
alguém do
Brazilian
Brasil aí?
To the bone.
And they're sleeping, I think.
People in Japan, domo arigato, right? I'm not going to, I'm not going to tell you where I learned that great phrase. But
a
anyway.
lot of things we learn from music, right?
That's right. There's so many great things in music, themes, and, they just run through your head like the first time you heard that song. What were you doing?
Hi, everybody. People coming in. Don't be shy.
That's right. Mix. I used to know
Mix
this
and
woman.
mingle.
We would come in, all the boys would be on one side of the room and all the girls would be on the other. And the boys would talk to the boys, the girls would talk to girls. And she'd say, come on, you had a party. Mix, okay? What are you, a bunch of fruitcakes? Come ahead and talk to some girls. Anyway, it's Christmas. I can use that term. Almost Christmas. But anyway.
Can you believe, like 3 weeks? Crazy. Where did this year go? The year came.
I know. It's
went.
like the whole thing is just getting ready for Christmas and New Year's, and then taking down your decorations. And most of my neighbors just leave them up all year long because it just takes too long to take them down and put them back up again.
Yes, I noticed that they transform Halloween into Christmas. They were like orange lights, and suddenly they just changed the bulbs into some red and green lights. And
yeah, I think they still got Frankenstein up, and he's but he's
just
red and
put a
green.
little red cap on him, and, just kind of permutate into that.
Well, I was talking a little earlier before you came about all these great sales that are going on. Black Friday sales, the biggest shopping day of the year. It was the first time that I actually covered a Black Friday event. It was the vinyl records. But, there used to be this lady that I knew. She loved Kmart. Now, most of the Kmarts have shut down. They merged with Sears. But she used to go to the Kmart Black Friday sales, and they would announce these things like, ladies pantsuits only $15.99. Come on and get it. Blue light special, and then she'd say, she was a religious woman. She'd say, I'm hearing a voice from above. That's God telling me I should get a bargain. She was from Boston. She would say, that's God wanted me to have that pantsuit. If God were to wear a pantsuit, it would be this one from Kmart for $15.99.
Yeah, so tell us about the Target.
Target was.
I did not brave that. I was way too tired to go brave this.
It was freezing weather for LA State. I know in New York they're going to laugh at me right now, but it was 47 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, they're wearing T-shirts over there in New York, and this is the weather.
Yeah, they're like shorts
pleasant.
and T-shirts at that time. The wind chill factor was just creeping in. We had to wait for a whole 29 minutes for them to open the door because we had an early lunch, and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law invited us over. We had a great meal, great time, but we were out in time to line up for Black Friday. They have like 3 or 4 stores. They have GameStop, Best Buy, and Target, all at the Hollywood Gateway. So we hit all 3 stores. It was really, really cool. And they had all these, special buys.
Yes, and then with all the things that were to buy, this is what they got. Suddenly my son comes with all this old movies like Rambo.
That's
First Blood.
Yeah, we were watching that one the other day. It's Blu-ray, so it's really well done. It's been remastered. We got all the violent movies at Best Buy. We $3.99. Come on, they even have Star is Born, the newer one. With Bradley Cooper for $3.99. Die Hard. He didn't want to watch my VHS version of that. I don't know why.
No, it's not current enough.
It has to have better lines of resolution on it. So
and Rambo,
man. I just like the way, he just says, let it go. Not kind of like in Frozen where they sing, let it go. But he just says, let it go already. If they don't let it go, he just attacks them from different angles, one by one. It was a war of attrition going on there. And it was, it's really interesting how they said, well, he was attacking the police force. We were watching the first one. So Colonel Sam Troutman said, well, if he wanted to kill you, he would have killed you. Okay. So he was going easy on you. They're all walking out with crutches.
No,
and he just let them live. Okay. And that was an act of kindness for John Rambo. But did you know that the original John Rambo was supposed to die in the end of the book? That was based on a book.
Mm-hmm.
And Colonel Sam Troutman, I'm going to give it away because it's like 45 years old. If you haven't read the book by now, you're not going to read it. But Colonel Sam Troutman actually kills Rambo in the first book. Wow. It's a spoiler. But Sylvester Stallone, we were watching the bonus features. He didn't want to end it that way.
Of course not, because you wanted
to, millions of dollars in franchise would be lost.
To make more movies, exactly.
Right, and they were going to have Kirk Douglas play Sam Troutman, and he thought that they should kill Rambo off. So they got rid of Kirk Douglas and they got Richard Crenna instead, which I think was a great choice. Rambo, you've done everything to make this war of yours possible, and let it, it's time to end this war, Nothing is over. All right, enough of Rambo stuff. We're going to bring it up to date a little bit. Well, there was a new Rambo this year, and we went to watch Rambo, I think it was called Last Blood, in the theaters about a month ago. I went with Silene, and she got a phone call during the most exciting scene of Rambo 5. And she came back at the very end.
And there's the Last Blood.
Yeah, that's Last Blood, So I said, I'll go back and see it again with you. And she said, no, that's okay.
It was so violent. I was actually happy that I came out of the theater, and I was sitting there, talking on the phone, and these parents were bringing these kids out. I don't know why parents bring kids to the movie.
They must have had like a body count that was larger than Vietnam in that movie. He killed like every single drug dealer and cartel in Mexico. I mean, he just killed everybody, and it was just so violent. But
and all he needed to do really was to go with this girl. She's trying to find her father, her biological father, and all he needed to do really was to accompany her to Mexico so she could meet her father. But no, he needed to be really like, no, don't go. And of course, no, she's a teenager. What do you think she's gonna do? So she goes by herself, and then the whole thing goes, to hell in a bucket, as they would say. And it would be so easy if he went with her. He could defend her. He could be,
he could punch out her. Yeah, her deadbeat dad. He could just punched him out already and move on.
And then that would be the end of it. You wouldn't have to have all this big, half the country getting impacted by this decision. But
we saw another movie this week, another violent movie. It was the Joker. And it was Joaquin Phoenix played the Joker. I thought, he was really good. Like he just incorporated that character. And there could be some Oscar buzz. I think he could be one of the people nominated for Best Actor this year. They don't usually nominate that many comic book, movies for anything other than special effects and costume design. But I think his acting was, he transformed himself. I remember seeing the movie The Gladiator back in 2000, and he looked kind of burly and heavy set, and he was so slender, and he must have just
I don't know how you can lose weight like that. You should just say what his diet is, because I think he would make tons of money just telling us how he got to be that skinny, because it was just like unbelievable, really, really skinny, and he did a really good job, and I was feeling so sorry for the Joker. So imagine how well he acted.
The Joaquin Phoenix diet, you never know. But the idea was to tell the story from the Joker's perspective. There's been a lot of movies about the Joker, a lot of different incarnations. But this one actually shows how it was from how he got started, how it led him into it. And if you want to see a really good review, go to High Heel Nite's reviews. One of the best reviews I've ever seen. And I commented, I said, "You killed it, man," because that was the best review I've seen on YouTube for that movie.
He's really good with his reviews. Very
right on point.
Very nice. All reviews really nice. And
so what else is going on?
What else is going on? Oh my gosh. I was going back to work.
Well, before
a week of
you got to go back to work. Oh my God.
Yeah, I missed the little kiddos. Anyway, what else is going on? Thanksgiving was amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool. So you did a little shopping. I don't know if we call it, this is a store that's kind of like Black Friday all year long. It's one of
it's like why go, trample people. You can just get it there. But you do have to have a lot of patience for the store. And I think I spent like 2 hours today, and then you go to the dressing room to try, and they only let you bring the 8 items. I don't understand. I mean, if they said you have 16 items and you got in with the 16, got back out with the 16, wouldn't that be the same as me going with 8, come back, get with 8? It's like, what's the point? They don't have, greater numbers. I could bring all the stuff. And of course, I take a lot of stuff because I spend hours, going through rack after rack. I really like it. It's like therapy for me to go through everything. And I needed some winter clothes, so.
Well, the inventory control tags don't work if you have more than 8 items. I think it just sort of short circuits or something, and then.
Anyway, I'd like to see some of the things.
Why don't you show them some of the stuff that you bought? We showed them the John Rambo stuff that I got on Black Friday. You can't get good John Rambo videos unless you go shopping in Black Friday. But she got a lot of cool stuff. I told her that the best way to do this would probably be to try it on, but then she said, "Oh, that's going to be tiring. I spent the whole afternoon trying on these clothes." I just want to show, so we're going to show the haul, all the cool stuff.
Show you the stuff.
All the cool stuff.
And I actually have a video where I went and the premise was to go to Ross. Let's say you came to LA without a suitcase. How much would it cost to buy a wardrobe for a week in the summertime? So if you're ever interested in seeing this video, and I think it's in Portuguese, but perhaps there's a way to use some subtitles. If not, you can kind of see the stuff I got because I was showing everything.
Well, you're so gorgeous. I could watch your videos with the sound off and still enjoy it. Because you have all these visuals, you show all this cool stuff. So you don't even need to, see if you can get the closed caption working. If not,
so I was there at Russ and I got this pants. I was really needing some corduroy pants. I love corduroy for some reason, and I got this Michael Kors pants. Ooh, check this out. And what I like about this pants is that it has like a waistband. It doesn't have zipper or buttons. It's super comfy. So it looks like regular pants, but feels like a sweatpant kind of thing. I was like, ooh, I like this concept very much. And originally $64, I got it for $24.99. And hey, I'm not sponsored by Ross, but hey, I love
but we're available,
Yeah, available anytime.
We've been longtime shoppers.
Yes. Check out this pants. I thought it was so pretty. It's kind of like a bluish color. And the back is really nice. Super cool back. This is $14.99. Come on. Where do you get pants for $14? And it's like a stretchy material. And trust me, after this Thanksgiving meal, I needed a lot of stretch, if you know what I mean. And then last but not least, as far as the pants go, I got an Anne Klein pants. Ooh. It's kind of hard really to see.
Look at all those fancy designer labels.
The designer labels and the little, how do you call this? Like little rivets or divots? I don't know, whatever.
It's kind of like a brand logo insignia.
And the thing that's most interesting is the petite. So petite is a nice way to say really short and not offend you, because I am pretty short. I'm just 5'2". There's a song, right? Anyway.
5'2", eyes are blue. something.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so that's that. So petite's very good. I don't have to take it to the cleaners because sometimes just to make the hem, it's like costs more than the pants itself.
Yeah, it does.
But this is not all. This is just the pants. I just needed one pair of pants, but I got all that. And then I was like, okay, now I have the pants. How about some shirts? So I got some shirts. Woo. Little shirt. Touch this shirt. It's like so soft.
Oh, so soft.
It feels like a pajama shirt.
Oh my God.
Kind of look like pajama, but no. Anyway, so it's really nice shirt. You're probably gonna see me in my future videos wearing some of this garb. And how are you thinking so far? Good so far.
Yeah, good taste in
shirt.
fashion there.
Like a long sleeve. Come on, this shirt is, what is this? $9.99. Where do you get a shirt like this?
Yeah, you
so
know,
nice.
And that's the name of the Tom Petty solo album, Wildflowers. So there is a music connection, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, in case what am I showing? Clothes at DJ Gerry's channel.
That's all right. You know, we're into fashion here.
Yes, I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. It has a nice. It's kind of hard to see, I think, but it has like 3 buttons over here, and it's a V-neck. The material is really pretty, very pretty. So, what else did I get? Oh, I got a sweater, a white sweater. Come on, this is like $11.99. Come on, can you really leave this behind? And look how nice the design of this sweater. I'm gonna put this one on. See, you cannot say I'm not wearing everything. What do you think?
That's nice.
Isn't that pretty?
Sachet.
Dun, 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 dun. Very nice.
Catwalk.
I think it's great. I mean, white, how many times can I really wear it before it gets totally trashed? So anyway. So how's it going?
This used to be white, but I spilled some things on it. It was a little bit messy, but no. But anyway.
All right. So what else? No, this is not all, people. I also got this one. I thought this one was really pretty. It has like a nice jacket with this little sparkly things.
Wow, it's got some shimmer in that.
Shimmer, some bling, $16.99. Really cool.
Yeah. You got good taste and good designer clothing.
And I try to stay away from the jewelry department there because sometimes they have some cool stuff too. And that was that. Hey, has it been 30 minutes? Because we have 30
excruciating minutes of this. What happens? We get to watch it on playback in 30 minutes or something? What happens in 30 minutes? We turn into pumpkins or something. Our chariots turn into pumpkins or whatever. I found the glass slipper.
Hey, somebody came in. Hey, hello.
Really?
Simple Pamela. Hello.
Oh, there is somebody.
Yay.
Hey, Pamela, how you doing tonight?
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yes, right. And people watching on the playback, hey, give Pamela single. Is it simple? I'm sorry, it's not single.
Not single. This is not a
Pamela.
dating
Give
channel.
her a hug, as they say.
Yeah.
Right? We're here
give
making new friends. So, where are you from, Simple Pamela? Are you in the U.S.? Are you far away?
Are you in our time zone?
What is going on? Anyway, thank you for joining us. And any questions for us?
Yeah. Have you seen the Roxanne tribute? That's my latest video that's up right now. It's getting a lot of buzz on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I think I had about 280 views or something and about 57 shares. So that's not bad.
That is so cool.
I don't usually do, I do a lot of classic rock. So it's new for me to kind of debut a hip hop song. But I asked my son, I said, he's in 10th grade. I said, what is the most happening hip hop song of the day? And he said it was this Roxanne. I said, oh, I know that song. That's by the Police. No, a different totally different groove to it. Anyway, so we filmed it on Black Friday, the eve of Black Friday, in the parking lot of Target on the second floor of the underground parking lot. And I said, how many of your dads would be out dancing on eve of Black Friday in a parking lot doing hip hop stuff? He said, none of them, Dad. None of them, really.
This is a one of a kind.
Yeah, you never know what will happen when we go out. You know, we're like, you know, that those families that have to have those videos go. Soon we're gonna stream, you know, 24/7 here. It'll be like the Big Brother house, reality TV.
Yes, it's going to be something like that.
Yeah, so no, we're cool. And then if we get 1,000 viewers, we'll be able to go live with my phone, so you won't have to just look at my shutters in the background. You can see cool stuff like, you know, we can take David Dobrik's car out for a drive. My son, you know, of course, won a nice red Mustang, and he said I could drive it. Wow.
Ooh, that might be something, but now I thought we were going to be doing it live, but now it's not going to be live, but we're still going to do it. And yes, you know, this is, but it's fun. You know, this is a little addicting too. You start doing this and then suddenly you're like, hey, I think I'm going to make another video and another video and another video. And you just go on and on and on.
Yeah, there's no end to how many videos you could be making.
It's very creative in a sense.
And my son, you know, he keeps telling us, you know, he says, gosh, my parents are just so much into YouTube and all this posting and Instagram. When are they going to be just like regular parents, you know, and do parents that he kind of
do parent stuff, you know, I mean, nag and
you're going back to that. So you said you're going to go back to work Monday, but in 2 weeks you're going to have off
3
again.
weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Oh, okay. They'll have some time off. I usually like this time of year because it was kind of mellow. People, you know, they knew it was just kind of ending up the end of the first semester, so people would chill a little bit. And then when you came back
when you come back, you hit the ground running. Yeah. It's really interesting. I might be doing some more things in my classroom, showing the projects that we'll be doing for Christmas. I showed the Thanksgiving projects I did in my class. I might do the ones for Christmas. Going to be doing some cool stuff with the kids.
What songs are you going to be doing for your Christmas
We're going to
pageant?
sing Hip Hop Reindeer, and we're going to sing Jingle Bells. And then they're very young kids. They're like 4-year-olds.
Hip Hop Reindeer. Maybe I can do a dance to that. So are they going to do a dance? What are they going to do? Or
well, they do hand motions. I mean,
you're really
and then
good
Jingle Bells. I went all out. Got some bells at the Dollar Tree store, and then we glue it. My TA glue it with a hot gun on the you know, the tongue depressor stick, and they're gonna be, you know, jiggling ding on that, na. Hopefully they go on beat. You know what I mean? They do it in the.
Those kids are so cute that it doesn't matter what the hell they do up there. It's gonna be great.
And I got little antlers for them, like red and green antlers, and they're really cute. It's just a shame I can't really show any, you know, of the students or anything.
You can block out their faces. You can put emojis over their faces or something and edit it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Let the kids be kids and you know, be private, and you know, God knows who watches things. But anyway, so it's fun.
Well, when they come on my station, everything's private. Nobody watches any of this stuff. So don't worry about it. You know,
it just feels like we're talking. But, you know, we started this thing about talking in front of the camera so many years ago, and that's what we would do. We would videotape just for ourselves, like us talking about what happened in the day. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, we were the original YouTubers. We were the original vloggers. I had a VHS camcorder. This was like back in the day, and I used to like those because you could take them out, put them into your VCR, and just watch it immediately. You know, you didn't have to transform it to another media source or whatever. You just take it and pop it in your TV and watch it. And we would just talk about things we did. We'd bring the camera with us. We'd film. You know, I actually filmed before I knew you. I filmed you at a party that I met you at.
Yeah, one of these days we should bring this out because it was really interesting to be filmed before we even knew each other.
Mhm.
So we had that footage, like that prior footage, and we would just be sitting and talking just like this in the camera and about the day, what happened, what doesn't happen, and
But we're a
it
lot
was fun.
cooler now. We're a lot more interesting
I
than
don't
we
know
were
about that, but anyway.
doing hip hop in the parking lot. You know, you can't get cooler than that.
Yeah, I like your reviews. I love your musical reviews. I really like that. You know a lot about that, and I think that's very good. It's like a it's like a historian of rock and roll, and
Thanks. Yeah, there's a
I
lot
think
of interesting
that's where it's
stories
at.
that go on,
Hmm.
and I just try to, because we only have a couple minutes during our videos, so we try to find something, either controversial or maybe that they didn't know about already, or we go visit final hotel rooms. We went to Whitney Houston's final hotel room. John Entwistle. I just got a question from one of the viewers who said, he says, "What did it feel like to go to the Hard Rock Hotel?" And I said to visit John Entwistle's final hotel room, and I said, you really could feel the energy of that person. There's a presence that's still there.
It's crazy.
It's really an amazing experience, and in both of those cases, it's such a waste though because they were so talented and they're gone too soon because of drug abuse. So.
I know,
Yeah.
and nowadays, like everything being so open and legalized. I see this outdoors, these billboards. I mean, saying it, you want Uber to deliver you some stuff and da da da. And I'm just thinking, wow, do they really know?
The long-term effects of all this
Anyway.
stuff. Yeah, anyway. But we get high on music, high on life, and DJ Silene, get a chance to visit her channel. She's the queen of all Funko, all things Funko. So I'm trying to get her back in the store because we kind of didn't have enough time last time. We just did part of the store.
It's a huge store. It's so big and ran out of time. And I'm still looking for some clues that I didn't find yet. And met some really cool people. The people working there, like the nicest people. And I'm like, hey, maybe I can get a job here just to be around this Funkos and these people. And it has a great energy and people visiting, like a lot of tourists and a lot of people that love Funko too. So it's really fun. Anyway.
I think we have another visitor on here.
Hello.
Toxic Snipez. Am I reading this right?
I think so.
Sniper or Snipez?
Snipez.
How are you doing tonight? Did you find out about? He might have found out about this because of Instagram, because we did a little promo for it on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Looks like one of my Instagram friends out there.
Cool. Hello and welcome.
That's Carlos from 7th. All right. How you doing tonight? Did you have a good holiday? I hope you had a good time on Thanksgiving and Black Friday and just getting away from school.
Tell us a little bit about your channel. What did you talk about?
Did you miss going to school today or yesterday rather? My week was really cool. Thanks. Mm-hmm. It was nice because the DJ Silene was home all week. So we got to do some cool things. We went to the movies. We went to the Funko store. We got some errands done. Mm-hmm. So it was good. How did your week go? All right.
Toxic Snipers is kind of new, right? To this, there's some gaming.
Wow, gaming stuff. That's really cool. That's cool. You are industrious. I'm gonna go check out your channel. You want to show a little bit of what it looks like? DJ Silene pulled up your channel there, and it looks like you had a good time. You had a lot of fun with your family. That is awesome. That's Thanksgiving's a holiday.
You playing some games. That's so cool.
Yeah, some of those game videos, they get like hundreds of thousands and millions of views. So I hope yours does good. You see, you had a lot of fun with your family. The great thing about Thanksgiving is it doesn't matter what culture, religion you're from, everybody's celebrating Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, it's really
as
nice
you mentioned
and fun.
on your video about Thanksgiving. That's your favorite holiday.
Yeah, so cool. It's really neat. Very, very nice. Let me get myself back here.
Oh, okay. So what else did we do? We've just been just hanging out with family. You know, just that's what it's all about. Being thankful, and more thankful we become, the happier we become, right? Because we really are lucky. You know, thinking about, if you think about what you don't have, the sadder you'll become. But you think about what you do have, the happier you feel. So it's a great holiday for really taking account of all our blessings.
I really love it. I remember the first time that I celebrated when I was an exchange student, and was so meaningful, and trying to understand the holiday, what's about. Not everywhere in the world, you know, it's not a popular, people don't celebrate Thanksgiving, at least not in Brazil where I'm from. So it was a new idea, and the family got together, and it was like, wow, that's so cool. That's a really cool yeah. So
wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you. He just gave me a nice compliment. He said I was a really good teacher. I'm on just briefly. I don't want to talk a lot about it, but as soon as everything's set. But
anyway, so what else have you done? Like, remember when we went to the Formosa Cafe?
Formosa Cafe, right?
And you haven't posted that one yet, right? That was a really cool place. Looks like a train, and a lot of movies were filmed there, like The Majestic. And that's one thing about LA that I like, is that sometimes you see a restaurant or you see a little place where things happen, things were filmed. We found the place where the Avengers last scene was filmed, like a hamburger place. And so it's just so cool, because you feel like you're like almost like walking in a set of a movie, and you're just at a restaurant that a scene took place. So I love that about LA. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that they had a lot of famous people like Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, Bugsy Siegel, the guy who the underworld guy who helped build Las Vegas. He made the Flamingo Hilton, and they all used to go to that because it was right near the United Artists and Warner Brothers studios. So that was the place where they would hang out. They had an old red car there too as part of the restaurant. They incorporated it into like a cafe kind of environment. It was really cool.
Yeah, and that red car, I think, is one of the latest trains, right? The little latest red car. There are.
Yeah, it's one of the only red cars still in existence, because I think they've been pulled off the streets for almost 100 years now.
So it's really cool because you get to sit inside the car and have your meal, and it just transports you the way the decor of the restaurant, the kind of food that they're serving. Oh, hey, we got somebody else.
That's I think it's another friend from Instagram.
Oh, cool. ABZXY. I'm not sure how to read it in any other way. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, that's a cool anime picture you have for your profile there.
Yes, and it goes without saying that, you know, we're just everybody being friends and trying to, check each other out. And let's see how it's going. Let's see. Oh, that's so cool.
You want to show a little bit of his his YouTube channel there. That
is you playing some games, right?
I think I might have subscribed to that channel. It's really cool. It has a lot of interesting video games. and he's really good at playing them too. I mean, he's amazing. He gets to all these different levels.
Yes, I wish I could play this. Hold on, I have to plug my phone. I wish I could play these games because it looks so much fun, you know, and people are playing them and beating the levels and all that.
And I love the graphics, like Grand Theft Auto. I know it's a violent game, but I mean, the graphics are amazing. They've recreated like most of LA and Hollywood and downtown.
Yeah, it's like, remember that GTA when our sons used to play and be driving down, you know, Santa Monica Boulevard. And it's like, wow, you know, it's just like Santa Monica. It's so cool.
Yeah, it was, you know, one of our friends, he allowed his son to play the driving part, but he wasn't allowed to kill anybody. So one day I came in and I wanted to, my son said, "You want to play?" As this big screen TV. So he says, "Yeah." I said, "I want to play." He says, you want to fly the helicopter?" I said, "Yeah, I'd love to fly the helicopter." So he calls the helicopter over, takes out a shotgun, and he shoots the helicopter pilot. I said, "Why did you kill the guy? He brought you the helicopter. You're just going to kill him?" He says, "Yeah, well, didn't you wanted to drive the helicopter. If you don't kill the pilot, you can't drive the helicopter. You know, that's the rule." So anyway, I mean, it was just so violent. And then there was like one guy I was watching, he was on the beach and he had like a Jeep and he was just running people over with his Jeep on the beach just for kicks, you know. Those are some of the stuff you can do, you know, a lot of side things. And they have all this music. They have like a really cool classic rock station on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Abner. Oh, that's my homeboy. He's awesome. He's got a really cool. I've been a subscriber for about 1.5 years, and how's your channel going? I remember I was you know, I'm going to give him a shout out because he is awesome. He has a great channel, great guy. If you're into gaming, go to Abner's website. It's ABZXY.
And check out Toxic Sniper. And the I is a #1.
Toxic Sniper. Okay. And what happened? Why did you have to reset your content? Restart your content? Did you have problems with like copywriting and stuff?
See, I wonder how the kids are gonna do now that, you know, YouTube is getting so strict about the content being for kids or no kids, and you know, those games that they play, usually people under 18 are watching too, right? I don't know. There's a lot coming down.
Yeah, what if you're under 18 and you're showing video for people over 18? It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Right.
Oh, he had problems with copyright. I've had copyright claims because I use music. But a copyright strike is much more serious. I think what they're going to do now is like, if they think you're going to get a strike, they will just block you. They won't even let you put the video on to begin with, because they used to let you just put it on and then they would, you know, ding you later. Wow. You're just getting, once, it's sort of like the IRS. Once they find you, they keep going after you. Because even when I cleared out some of the stuff, 'cause I didn't get strikes, I got claims because I was playing copywritten music, and I would take out the part that was questionable, then they'd find another part. So now I just leave everything in. I'm like, forget it, you know.
I know. DJ Gerry took down so many good videos, had like 3,000 views and whatever, and then had to, you know, start all over again.
I know. I deleted the sound on my Whitney Houston one. You know, I was like, why? Whatever. You know, I'm gonna have a duet without any audio. It doesn't make any sense. So I took it down, and my John Entwistle one also was. I had to reformat it, but it's kind of cool because, you know, you kind of breathe new life. I re-release certain ones, you know, and you breathe new life into it. New fans get to, or friends, I shouldn't say fans, friends get to see it, and that's how my Whitney Houston. I did a trailer for. I did a duet with Whitney Houston because when I made the video, I went to her hotel room, and it was just so depressing, you know.
I know. That I love her so much.
Her music makes me happy, so I had to pick a song that made me happy. And I got about 4,000 views on Instagram and about 500 shares. It was amazing. So, you know, a stupid thing like that, you know, making a mistake about deleting the sound, and it seemed like it sort of breathed new life into it. So because people got to see that duet. My son helped me edit it. He's really good with editing.
Yes.
My Thanksgiving went really well. We were hanging out with the family. We were just mentioning before it's such a nice holiday because people from all different cultures and religion get together and celebrate it on that day. And we're just thankful for all the blessings we have. So it went well. How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and I think it's great to be thinking about the things we're thankful for, most of all.
So ABZY, you're probably in high school now. Do you go to LA High, or where do you go to school? Oh, you said pretty good. It was your mom's birthday. So you had a 2-for-1 there. You had your mom's birthday and Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
Did she have a birthday cake, or was it a birthday pie? I don't know. Either way, you can't lose. Yeah, maybe both. Hollywood High School. Yeah. I love that school. Yeah, a lot of famous people went to that school, like John Ritter from Three's Company, and I think some other famous people. They have some pictures of them out there, like Judy Garland and Cher. I don't know if they all went to these schools, but they have a big montage of them up on the wall. A lot of
they filmed there too, right?
Yeah, they filmed
videos there, or
a lot of skateboard videos. And
I know my niece was dating this guy, and they came to visit us, and all he wanted to do was go in front of Hollywood High to see where the skateboards were, filming little tricks, whatever. And he was so impressed. He's like, "Oh, it looks so much bigger on TV or something, like the space is really very short ramp there. I don't even know how they get
I don't know how these guys do it.
They
go down the staircase. See, when I was a kid, I was a skateboarder, and I still am. I like the longboarding, but I like it for speed. That's my thing. I just like to hill bomb and whatever. But my hills are a lot less steep than they used to be. But I just like going on them. The speed of it, but. If we saw stairs, we would go around them. We didn't go straight down them. It was just. But now that's the whole thing. Is like these kids come across the street, they have a stairway, and they're always going down the railings and all that.
Oh, cool! Stephanie Page, hi.
Oh, cool.
She said, "I'm finally here. How are
awesome.
you both?"
Yeah, I was listening to her.
Fantastic! Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow, that's nice.
I was listening to her latest song. It's beautiful. She writes the music, she sings it, performs it. I know she gets this all the time, but if you're a fan of Sheryl Crow, you will love her music because it's just kind of, her vocals are in that range there, and the style of music is just incredible, very upbeat, and kind of like that acoustic guitar playing, and it's awesome. I'm glad because Stephanie said she wanted to catch our next live stream in one of the comments.
Nice.
So right before I went on, I said, we're going on live now. We didn't really plan this. So we gave it like a 10-minute warning or something.
Yeah.
So
sometimes we're just home and we're like, what should we do?
maybe we should stream.
Maybe we should stream. I wanted to take it outside, but then we realized that you need to have a lot more subscribers in order to be able to use your phone and film outside.
Right, because there's a feature that you can live stream from either your iPad or your phone, but you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. So, I'm moving up there. I think I have like 470 last time I checked, so I'm almost halfway there.
He's an optimistic. I'm usually the pessimistic one, but anyway. Yes, that's good. We're getting to it, and that would be fun because I'd like to take it to Hollywood Boulevard, and we're gonna go to the Funko store. We're gonna take the phone, do a live in all these malls. The malls look so beautiful, and so anyway, one day.
So what's going on? How was your Thanksgiving, Stephanie?
She said, yeah, live streams are fun. You should get StreamYard. Then you can have guests on. That's what I do. Oh, wow,
really?
That's new.
So that's like an app, I guess, that you put on, right?
Oh, that's so cool.
I gotta
That's
Google. I'm
another
gonna Google that.
dimension. This is the cool part about this, that every day we learn something new and like, oh wow, let's do that.
Oh, okay. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
She's probably.
Are you?
Where are you?
Well, I think she's in Australia. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget. You sort of think about it as such like a general holiday. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot you were from down under. That's right. You just put a little shrimp on the barbie. You don't have turkey.
Well, look,
what is it?
ABZXY said, you heard about the 16-year-old who won $3 million through Fortnite, which is the game I post these days. No, I did not hear that.
What do they have, like a challenge or something like that? Like, how did they do that? Like how do you just win $3 million? Like a tournament or?
That's neat. And somebody just walked in, the Jerry.
Merle Engelman. All right. How you doing, Merle?
Is Merle?
Yeah, he said hello, host.
Yay, hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Cool.
It's Saturday Night Live. That's what we named this stream. And we are definitely having a party tonight.
Yes, and we wish we could play some songs and all that. Get the disco light. Maybe we should get the disco lights. They're not gonna ban lights.
Yeah,
it's just music that can happen. So, all right. Meryl, it says, "I'm well, thank you, host."
Yeah, all right. That's right. We. That's what we used to do on Saturday night. He probably remembers this. On Saturday night, back in the 80s, you watched Love Boat and Fantasy Island and Saturday Night Live. Those other shows aren't on the air anymore, but Saturday Night Live is. It's
Saturday Night Live did not go to Brazil, so I didn't watch it until I married DJ Gerry. I did not have that show in Brazil. But the boating, the Love Boat, it did come as like these little reruns or something. I don't know.
I think maybe we shouldn't use that term. We could use the Monday Night Live, but maybe Saturday Night Live is copywritten, so we.
Oh, we cannot talk about it.
I guess we can't really name our stream that. We may have to edit it and call it something else because I named the stream.
All right, there's gonna be a little change on the title. Hopefully we can speak about it. See, I don't like this stuff that you can talk about this, cannot talk about that, and too much to think about.
Yeah, we're like being monitored or something. I feel like the KGB is monitoring our channel. Oh my God, they said the word hug. That you can't say that word anymore. You have like the 7 words you can't say on YouTube, right? If you say it, they'll spam you or something.
That's horrible.
But we get around it somehow. We end up having a good time. So
what's your new project? Do you have anything in mind?
All the great comedians came from Saturday Night Live, like in the comedy
Ferrell.
movies. Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, even Billy Crystal was a cast member for a while. He was already famous.
Remember when we saw Billy Crystal at the Grove?
That's right.
And I was so shy. Now I regret it. I wanted a picture with him, and I got super shy, and I didn't ask. But you did see him somewhere else too, right?
I saw him at a Mediterranean restaurant. He has this white beard. I was looking at him, and I was like, that guy looks familiar. Where do I know him? And I'm like, the Academy Awards. That's right. That was Billy Crystal. But now we have a thing that if we see a celebrity and, they're not eating or something, if they're eating, I saw Dolph Lundgren, the guy that was in Rocky IV that played Ivan Drago or whatever his name is. And he was eating out at a cafe, and he just looked like he was going to, bust a move or something.
Some are not as friendly and inviting, I guess.
He gave me that look, like when he was about to beat Rocky Balboa's head, into oblivion. He had that Eye of the Tiger thing going on. I said, I better let this guy eat lunch. but he was there with his family. But if they're not eating or
But
something,
that about Billy Crystal, like how you got to do a picture with him, right?
Yeah, I was using my son. You know, I saw my son's a big fan and everything. So he took a picture with my son, and then I was just trying to take like a selfie or something. He says, "Come on, let's pose." It was pretty nice.
He's very friendly.
Yeah, he let us pose for the picture, and he said, "What kind of picture are you going to take? A selfie?" You know. So I had my son take the picture, but he was very, very friendly guy, and it was really cool meeting him.
So
you love my Snoop Dogg photo. Yeah, it was. I took my sons out to see him. He wrote a cookbook. I think it was last November of 2018. He was one of the most friendliest celebrities I've ever met. I wasn't expecting that, you know, but he was very, very personal, and he was just like hugging my son. My son has kind of long hair, and he's like, "You run a big hair game here," and whatever, you know. He was just,
hair game extraordinary.
Hair game extraordinary. Like yeah, that's what it was.
And they took some really cool pictures. My son made a jacket and put the picture on and like make like a iron on, right?
Yeah.
And he used the picture to make this iron on of him and Snoop and all that. It was nice. And now Meryl.
Oh, that's Belle. Hey, Belle, how's it going? Belle is broadcasting. She's all the way from Hong Kong. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
What time of day is it over in Hong Kong? I think they're actually a little ahead of us, right? Like it's probably tomorrow there already.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Everybody's ahead of California.
And Meryl said something about Gilda.
Gilda Radner is your favorite. Yeah, she was great. Dana Rosanna. I love that character. But the other one, Lisa Lubner, 50 Lashes with a Wet Noodle, Todd. Her and Bill Murray used to do that skit, you know, the Lubners. It was
some skits were so good. They became movies.
Yeah, like Coneheads and Wayne's World and all those running gags and you know, Adam Sandler and God, the list goes on. Joe Piscopo. Oh, right. Good night, ABZXY. I'm gonna go back and check your channel out later.
Yes.
Watch some of the cool video games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 12:40 p.m. there. So it's actually it's the afternoon. That is awesome. This is probably Sunday. Did you do anything interesting? Belle is a YouTuber, and she usually puts out a video, I believe, every week. And I think it's like when she goes out on Sunday, she does her video shoots. So I don't know. The reason why I know is because her dad was a big fan of Frank Sinatra and Elvis, and she asked me if I would play My Way and dedicate it to her father.
And you did.
And I did.
Of course.
Yeah, if you want to see it, it's out there on my
I'll
channel.
put the link. Anyway, so ABZXY said, the little time I spent here was entertaining. Hope to pass by next stream. Oh, I hope you do. Thank you so much.
He's a really, really nice guy. I'm serious. Really, really cool person. I hope we get a chance to talk to you more and maybe hang out. Maybe we can do a collaborative thing or something, you know, one time.
Yeah, once we figure out how to do this thing where you connect with the guests.
Yeah,
it'll be really fun.
He's really awesome. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. And I hope we catch you on the next stream. So Belle, it's 12:40 p.m. So
wow.
What are you planning on doing? Like, are you near the? We were watching a film about Hong Kong. Are you near what was it? It was Central Station, what was it? Times Square in Hong Kong. Are you near the Times Square Hong Kong shopping center? Because I just saw that on TV or on YouTube rather. The time I spent here was entertaining. Hope to pass by.
It.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm catching you up here.
Yeah, we don't want to get too many reruns. It's too early in the season for that. Just text you on Instagram when you are ready to collaborate. Okay, I'm gonna do that. We will we'll arrange a time. It's so exciting. I want to do collaborations. High Heel Night Review. He's on the East Coast. I believe he's either in New Jersey or New York.
New Jersey.
And he wants to collaborate on a Prince video.
Oh, that's
we both love Prince. So we are going to figure out how we can do that from coast to coast. But Abner's local, so we'll be able to figure something out.
Oh, here's somebody else. Aprendendo con Isa. Olá, passei a desejar thumbs up. E para agradecer. Oh, muy bienvenida. Oh, I'm going to get to speak Spanish now.
Okay, she's multilingual.
My Portuguese is a lot better, but hey, gracias por venir.
You know, I'm a typical American. I'm a monolinguist.
Hey, ellos están agradecidos. Gracias, Isa. Oh, good. ABZXY can translate too. That's good.
He is so helpful. I mean, he's got so many hidden talents.
Excelente. Oh, cool. That is so cool.
Guys, I want you to go out and meet all these amazing people that have joined our stream. I think a problem with the last one is we ended too early and people didn't know about it. So now we're getting some really cool people to join us. More people, because I think we're going a little longer. They probably see our messages that we're streaming, because we don't really tell people about it. We just we just spare the moment, spontaneously come on over. And here's Belle. Belle's answering your question. You want to read here on this? She said right now. She said right now I'm far away because Bay Times Square. Great, LS guys. See you again next time. Bye bye.
Moi. That might be.
I think that's universal.
Is it? For both. Thank you. Moi. That's so cool. I learned something new. And Aprendiendo con Isa is talking to ABZXY. Muchas gracias. And ABZXY is answering de nada. I hear people reading all these messages, so I'm doing that. So cool, guys. It's so good to have friends and, help each other. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Because, before I met all these cool people, I was just like, how do these guys do it? You can't do it alone.
It's just, you cannot do it alone. And it's just so boring. I think that the human aspect of this is what makes it so fun when you start meeting people and getting to know them. And it's like, wow, look at this person. Look what they're doing. And that's the fun of it.
Oh, I think Abner found our stream because it was recommended. You know how they have recommended videos, so they're starting to recommend us a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fun. Oh, that's so fun. It's a lot of fun.
Anybody have any plans for the holidays? Anybody going out of town anywhere? I know Christmas break is coming up. I just got my notification. Looks like I'm going to have a staycation because I got jury duty.
Oh, gosh.
Right on the 23rd of December. I'm going to have to end up in an LA courthouse for jury duty. Can you believe that?
But you have to call, right?
Yeah, you have to call. It's not for sure.
I do not believe the judge is going to be wanting to do any of this.
What if they want to sequester me for like 2 months in a hotel room and I have to get on the witness protection program or something, I won't be able to do YouTube anymore,
Oh, wow.
I got to, I have to think about it. If they always want to put me on these long,
really famous case, and then at the end you can't talk about it. And
the trial of the century or something. Maybe, you never know what it could be. They have all these interesting cases.
See, this is really hard, right? They don't let you talk to your family, and it's
that's a really big case. Jury duty is no fun. Yeah, it's sort of like, I look at it as kind of detention for adults. You get locked in a room, and I had a friend who just gave a whole big sermon that he wanted to be let out, and And the judge,
they get really upset
got
when
really
you
mad at
try
him,
to
yeah.
do that and keep saying that you want to get out. They have to do it like subtle, like
Yeah.
a subtle thing, like whatever you say, they ask you some questions and you're like, but anyway, it is a good process because it's fair. And, it's like this random people judging your case is not biased in a sense that, if you had people that were hired to do it and then, so there is something nice about the system too, even though it is a little inconvenient, but
it's a civic duty, it's like
it's a nice system,
So Merle, what area are you from? Are you in the West Coast, the East Coast? Your name sounds very familiar. Like I possibly, I think I've met people with the same last name, but
oh, she has a video. She's unboxing Gucci.
Who is this? That's.
Oh,
I know who that is now. Okay, Merle is your husband. And I forget your first name, but you are the one who does most. Her husband appears in some of the videos. And they're really, really fun videos. I kind of stumbled upon it. And I just remember being really entertained by them because there's all this fun stuff. They're either in cars going places or they're unboxing things.
Yeah, check that out, guys.
Okay, now I know. You said you moved quite often overseas and here in the States. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I'm putting it together. Yeah, you and your husband. I love your channel. Show a little bit of their
the unboxing one.
Of the unboxing. That's their latest video.
Hold on. Should I play with some sound?
Kong is here and he's giving a shout out to everybody. We're going to watch a little bit of this video.
Oh,
Merle Engelman's channel.
There she is.
So today we are actually unboxing this together.
Oh, you're gonna have to go there to watch more, guys. This is just like a appetizer.
Little teaser there.
And I sure will be coming back.
Can you look up Kong? K-O-N-G.
Sure.
Kong has thumbs up to you, Kong.
All right.
You're awesome.
Hold on, let me get the sounds out because now we're gonna get confused with this.
That's right. So, explain how you arrived at the name. Okay, that's okay. So Kong and Merle Engelman, they know each other.
Oh, nice. So Kong has a video. He's touching a caterpillar.
I used to do that when I was a kid. I love caterpillars.
Yes, usually I have it in my classroom. I get these caterpillars and the kids get to see them turning into butterflies. They love that. They love that.
Yeah, we have a little net that we put them in, and then when they metamorphosize and they go into the chrysalis and they come out as a butterfly, then she lets them go, and it's so exciting for her students.
God, this is a big caterpillar. You guys have to see this. It's really, really big. Wow.
It's a green one.
Yes.
There used to be a park that had a tree with all these caterpillars, and we used to catch them and put them in our little caterpillar house and then watch them transform into butterflies. It's the most amazing thing. They leave all this dye behind, on the bottom. And
yes, they do. And then the kids get like, oh, it's blood, it's blood. And I said, no, it's just, the colors from the wings.
You rescued it from being eaten by the ants. Wow, you are a nice person. Those ants can be vicious. They, I've seen them tearing apart like termites and other flies. And they're carnivorous.
We usually don't think about them that way, right? But they're really vicious.
And they're really strong. They can lift like 10 times their body weight in their mouth. Imagine if they were our size, we would have a problem with them.
I know, that's when they make those movies about the huge ants, remember?
Yeah, they're destroying it. It was called The Ants.
At first I was like, come on, ants, but now that I know more about ants, I'm like, wow, that's really scary.
Yeah, so they are
So
Interesting.
cool.
And they it's amazing that they're able to be controlled all through just because of pheromones. They don't say anything, but their leaders control them with sense. That's why they follow those lines. Everything is about these little pheromone scents and things that they send out. Instinct.
It's
amazing.
crazy, and how they have jobs and figure it out.
You ever
how
see
it
a queen
goes.
ant?
They're big.
Yeah, they're hard to find. They're usually protected by the other, the army ants and
And they
the
have to
worker
be
ants.
laying egg after egg. I mean, that's not a fun job. Usually queens, they're just there, don't do much, get other people to do it, but they have a pretty big job. They're on it too.
Well, they get to wear the crowns, like in the cartoons, those queen ants.
Yeah, but check this out. These are really cool things.
Now, anybody else see any holiday movies? We saw the movie called Last Christmas, and it was based on the music of George Michael and Wham. The characters in the movie really liked him. And the actor that was in Crazy Rich Asians, I don't remember his name, but he played the male lead in it, and he was really good.
He did a
I
really
thought
good
he
job.
really did an amazing job in that. It was a different character than he played in Crazy Rich Asians. It seemed like he had a little bit more soul in this one. It was just more human, it was more down to earth. I liked his the character he played.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm gonna need some translation. Aquí está para.
Oh, okay, gracias. She said, aquí estaré para que cuente mi visita. Oh, muchas gracias.
Yeah, thank you for visiting. That's so cool of you. We're going to go check out your channel later on. There's so many great channels and videos. I think I need to plug this in because we're going.
Really? You're going out of power? You plug with this?
Where's my, no, it's that big one. I thought I brought it over. Here it is. I brought it over, but I didn't plug it in. So. All
right. So hold on. I'm going to check out Aprendendo with Isa's channel. Let's see a little bit of it. You're so young. Let's see what she's doing. She's kind of going. She's going on a military excursion. Wow, she's in a truck.
Wow,
oh, no, not a truck. It's a helicopter.
You got an interesting life. Are you in the military or something?
No, she's young. She's super young.
Oh, she's just getting a tour?
She's just getting a tour.
Where is she from? Like what area? Yeah, shout out for
what are you shouting out?
I think Kong is aprendiendo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it.
Aprendendo con Isa. Shout out. Cool. Very cool. Yes, guys, shout out each other.
Shout it out loud.
Shout it out.
Shout it.
Mingo and jingle mix. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It takes a village here. And
you know what movie I want to see next is Charlie's Angels. They got all these movies that used to be TV shows, and you can see they're just marketing it for all age groups, because probably younger people remember the movies and TV shows as well. So it's something that all ages can enjoy.
Meryl.
Okay, so Merle Engelman, I'm so glad you came to visit us.
Yes.
And we will be seeing you both again soon too. You and your husband. I can't wait to see more of your videos. They're really entertaining.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. And I will be.
Yeah. So our next video is we're gonna try to film DJ Silene in Target, trying on all the cool the ugly holiday sweaters.
Right.
Good night, everybody. Yeah.
Good night.
So
no, we're still here.
Good thing about Target is we're open till 11, so we may be able to film that video tonight.
It might still be. I kind of got started on some of the things they have. But then I got interrupted. But I might go back there.
She had
and
photobombed. She was coming out of the dressing room, and I was trying to film her, and there was like 2 or 3 people just had to get by. So we're gonna have to figure a way we can film her without obstructing the aisles at Target.
That's right.
Yeah, I had my green holiday suit on, and I was trying to get it to light up, but I don't know if the batteries were working or not.
Yes. And boy, they have really good sweaters there to pick something really that could be a winner.
Be a winner, yeah. Yeah, we they do have a contest for the ugliest holiday sweater.
At my school, yes. And last year somebody made up a sweater, like attach whole bunch of pom-poms and stuff. They like this homemade stuff too. And she won the contest. And it's funny, right? How this became like a big trend of wearing these sweaters. They're really weird looking. And Target has a whole bunch right now. And it's so much fun. So I want to go back and check that out a little bit more, explore that. And they also have other outfits too. It's not just the sweater. They're going into other things. They have suits for men. So the thing is progressing in a very interesting way.
Yeah, they really have a large supply of holiday gear, clothing, whatever you need, gifts, so.
Yeah, I love Target. It's one of my favorite stores now. Kmart used to be nice.
Yeah, Kong is signing off, so we'll see.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you so much for coming. And
yeah, because you're not going to miss much. We're about to end this stream.
Yes, we are. Usually we say we're going to do it for 30 minutes. We've been here for a while.
This is like a record. This is our longest stream. We had so many cool people visiting us.
It kept us going, and success to everybody. And it's really cool.
Yeah, and enjoy the holiday weekend, everybody. Have fun, and yeah, we'll be working on some new videos. You asked me earlier which ones I'm going to work on. I got a request to do something about Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, nice.
From Ricky61. By the way, he won the last contest.
Ooh, I'll put the link.
We have another we have another contest.
Yes, we have another contest going, and we forgot to say it.
We're giving away a Kiss End of the Road T-shirt. All you have to do is go on that the latest giveaway video and just put a comment, and you can be entered to win a really cool, as front and back, it's a Kiss tour shirt for the End of the Road tour. It could be the end of the road. You never know.
The link right here, so you can go there and put your name on your comment, and maybe you can be the winner. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure because the editing on this is kind of hard. So if we can't get the link up, just kind of scroll and there's a couple of videos.
Let's find it.
Because it might be hard to edit on the software. It's different than when I do our regular videos. But
that's true.
So he wanted me to do one on Jimi Hendrix. I want to do one on the Nite Jimi Hendrix, and had a guest on his stage, Jim Morrison from The Doors. I came up and sang with him, and who was in the audience was Janis Joplin, A Little Piece of My Heart.
Oh, wow.
He had 3 people from the 27 Club together on one night in one club. Well, the 27 Club. Video. Where these rock stars that died at age 27.
That's such a shame.
So yeah, they were really talented. Anyway, this was around 1968 or 69. I think they met up in a club in Hollywood. So I love these kind of stories, and I actually have some recordings of Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison playing together.
Oh wow!
And Morrison was so drunk, he didn't know the word no. People would offer him drinks and all sorts of substances. And anyway, he was just so drunk out of his mind. He was just screaming and yelling, and Jimi Hendrix is doing his guitar stuff. I'll be playing a little bit of that and talking about it. Some of the other ones were like Prince getting booed off stage in 1981 when he opened for the Rolling Stones. That's another idea. And, the forgotten Beatle, Jimmy Nichols. I don't know if you guys do you remember John Paul George and Jimmy Nichols? We're going to talk about him. He was actually in the Beatles for a very short time. And when Ringo was took ill, he couldn't make it for some of their TV performances. And you're watching these videos, and you're going, "Wait, that's John Paul George, and who's that other guy over there?" That's Jimmy Nichols. All right.
That is so cool. I can't wait to
those
see
are
all
some
this.
cool.
My gosh, that's going to be
ideas.
a lot of sleepless nights together, all together with all this.
All the editing, and
but it's going to be worth it because I really want to see it.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas, so like, a couple people gave me some ideas about who they wanted me to talk about, come up with some interesting stories about them. Feel free to, leave a comment. And if I can, I will get to it. I know Anderson is a big Kiss fan. So we're always working in Kiss, with Funkos and memorabilia and everything. So we just have to figure out how to work in John Bon Jovi. We got a request to do something on him. I'm probably going to talk about that. And also, Motley Crue is getting back together again, even though they went on their farewell tour. I saw them in Staples. This was about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They did a whole big farewell tour. Well, guess what? They're ripping up the contract and they're going back on tour again. So we got to talk about Motley Crue because they got so popular after they broke up. They became more popular than they did when they were together. I mean, they were like opening for Kiss, and then all of a sudden now they're just like, there's such a demand for their music and their tickets because they retired. So sometimes the best thing you guys can do, for your career is retire, go on a farewell tour.
Yeah, and then come back as an encore.
Yeah,
That's
or they do like
on.
special engagements. That's what the Go-Go's did. They broke up, but they went on they do like special concerts. It's not like regular tours, or Paul Simon did that, or is going to do that. So the Who, of course, they quit touring, but then they just they're coming up with a new album and
you got some more people that came in here.
Oh, cool. This is
Slimy Codine.
Is it?
That's how you say it?
I think so.
It says, "Hey, Mr. Korn, IDK."
Freddie and
If you
Eduardo. I remember Freddie and Eduardo. Yes.
Freddie and Eduardo.
I think a couple of years ago. I was probably the last time I've seen you. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing okay? Are you enjoying the holiday season?
Mm-hmm. Are they in college yet?
I think they might be in high school.
Mm.
You guys are in high school. Are you going to LA High or Towson? So I would, I used to teach history and I did a lot of subjects. I did ESL, I did art history, music history, math, science. So I've seen some of my students, they're all grown up and going to college now. I met one of them. He said he's becoming a music major because he remembered I brought my guitar to school, and that inspired him to play guitar. And I had another student who wrote to me on Facebook. She said that she still had the Michael Jackson cassette that I made for her 25 years ago. She loved the Jackson 5 and I made, I think it was ABC 1, 2, 3. She was in first grade. She still has the cassette. Can you believe it? She's like a mother of children. She's an actress. She does improv and comedy. It's great because I
probably
love
got it
to catch up
inspired by you.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Theater. There was a lot of theater at my classroom. We would try to find the connection between education and finding the space of storytelling and theater.
And creativity. It was always very creative, his class. And there's nothing that a teacher likes most than to know that you influence somebody in a positive way and see what's happening. I know that teachers always, not always, but most of the time there is a teacher that influences, but sometimes us as teachers, we don't get to know that. So when somebody comes and say, "Hey, I remember you," it's just such a great gift for a teacher, to know that, because we spend so much time thinking about our students and preparing and planning. There's so much behind the scene that goes before we get to that classroom that people don't know. And so it's just so great to know that, it made an impact. And
Yeah,
I love
because
when I meet
it's
my students, and you probably had over 1,000 students,
oh my
probably
gosh,
a lot
yeah.
more.
Every year I would have close to like 180
Oh yeah, so you had a
students or
lot
something
more.
like that. Just and it was great. Just and now I'm using a lot of the things I learned being a teacher in the YouTube videos, and planning it and asking questions, essential questions, and all that. At ESL, I do picture in picture for people who need a little help, understanding, getting a visual on it. So a lot of the stuff I learned as a teacher, I'm applying it to YouTube.
And the patience and all, you know what I mean? That's something teachers, have to have. And if anybody's a teacher and watching, I really give it out to you, because this is an interesting job, not very well recognized or thanked, but it's really nice, and I think we do make an impact.
Wow, he said you're making it big, getting these record deals in your comments and stuff. Really, I didn't see any record deals. I have to go back. I saw one guy DM
I think
me.
they're pulling your leg.
No, there was one guy who actually did DM me. He had zero posts, and he said that he got taken down by Instagram for absolutely no reason. But he wants to produce me or something, like, I don't know. So anyway, I haven't gotten back to him yet. He might be the one that he was talking about.
Oh, nice.
But he said he's legit. He just got taken down because of copyright infringements or something. I don't know why he got taken down, but they pick on people sometimes. So that is cool.
Yeah, you never know. You gotta have somebody else. Dirty skills and wow.
That's Russian, I think, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. It's
I gotta get my Google Translate or something.
How can we translate this?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
His name is in English. It's Dirty Skills. Let's see if he has a channel. Yeah,
let's see what's about. Oh, I wish I had a translator thing. Yeah, it does have a channel.
Subscribe.
Can you talk about those words?
No, I can't say those words. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're talking a lot of words that you couldn't say, but here we go. This is what the channel looks like. I guess it's a gaming.
Oh wow, video games.
Video game. All right. I'll get back later to check this out. I'd like to see people playing video games.
Wow, he's really good too.
I know.
It's like you build up your reflexes when you're playing those video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I go way back, guys. I remember when Pong and Atari, that ruled the world. Nintendo,
that was Game Boy,
Game Boy. Remember that, the first handheld console. My son collects all this stuff. His room is like a video game museum. He's got every single format of game.
That's true. He said, I want all the stuff from. I mean, I just feel like it's so retro, and he wants all these little games from long time ago, and he loves the old things. It's like, and he needed to have every single one because he wanted a complete collection of older games.
Sonic the Hedgehog, I used to play. Oh, okay. That's Stephanie Page.
Stephanie Page. She played Sonic. Oh, the Sonic is so good. They're gonna make a movie of him. We just went to the movie theater and we saw the trailer, right? They call it trailer of Sonic, and he's an animated character that comes, to our world, and get to live with this guy, and he does his Sonic things because he's super fast, and this guy is trying to, live with him. So I think it's going to be a good movie. I'm probably going to watch it because I remember Sonic. It's funny how they keep bringing back stuff from the 80s and the 90s.
It brings everybody together because the kids like it, the adults like it. So, it's it's just it's a great marketing idea, and it's something that's, was popular. One of the video games that wasn't too popular was E.T. The movie was very popular, but the video game, I think it just didn't sell, so they buried a lot of the copies that didn't sell out in the desert.
E.T.?
E.T., yeah.
Really?
It wasn't a great game for some reason.
Oh, the game. Yeah,
the
because the
movie,
movie was amazing.
yeah.
They just put something on my Facebook about E.T. going back to visit Elliot, the boy from there was boy from the he went
with
to
the
his house.
bicycle and everything.
No, it's kind of like a Christmas movie, and it's like a little small movie of him going back to visit the guy, and the Elliot has children, and he gets to meet his children and spend Christmas with them, and it's showing some scenes of E.T. It's so sweet.
What is that going to be on Netflix or
No,
something?
no. It's just on Facebook. They have a little tiny small.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to you later. It's like a small movie of it. Anyway, here is Oi, gente. Oi, gente, tudo bom?
Oh, I remember.
Aline Cardoso, boa noite.
Boa noite. Oi,
Uma
gente,
pessoa
you're
que
so
fala
cool.
português. Yeah!
Tudo legal.
DJ Gerry foi pro Brasil muitas vezes.
Yeah.
Só que ele não fala
Rio,
muito, né?
São Paulo, I've been to them all.
Yeah, muitas vezes e ele tem que escutar esse português, né? Quando eu começo a falar com meus amigos, com a família. Que bacana que tem brasileiro no pedaço. Yay! Brazilians! Brazilians here! Yay!
All right, the Brazil. You guys know how to party. I mean, they're great. You go to a club, everybody's dancing, they're having a good time at these parties.
Yes, that's what we wanted. Hello, oi, gente.
Stephanie was asking what the latest movies we saw. The last one we saw was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with Tom Hanks.
Uh-huh.
And that one, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it really wasn't, he wasn't the central character.
Mm-hmm.
There was another character in there that is based on a true story. And it was, to me, it was kind of like Forrest Gump morphs into Mr. Rogers. I don't know, those characters just kind of like he was slipping into Forrest Gump a little bit. But he did a great job. I did fall asleep in the middle of it. It was so slow. You know, the show was very slow moving. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm going to put on my sneakers now. And what did he say? There was so much wisdom. He says, sometimes people are bad, but the same people could be good.
That's the other way around. Sometimes people are good, but the same people could be bad. That's what he said.
Yeah, you know, strike that, reverse it.
It's very true what he said. And but I think it was good. You know, it shows how good he was. Really, it wasn't just a character.
Yeah, no, he was
you
really.
You would think like this guy's all mellow on TV, and then he goes home and gets all crazy. But no, I think he was really like that kind of mellow, good person. You know, and I
think he was on Quaaludes. If you want to know the truth, it was just so slow moving. You know, okay, we're gonna put my feet in the swimming pool now.
Yes, and I wasn't very familiar with it because they did not play that in Brazil. There was not there were a lot of movies and series that came to Brazil, but that one, Mr. Rogers, what was it called? Like the Mr. Rogers, right? It's called. Did not come to Brazil. It wasn't something we saw. So for me, when I started watching, I was already an adult, and I think if you watch it as a kid, maybe it makes more of an impact. It's more like a kid's pace with the little puppets, whatever. But now that I saw the movie, I got a more of an appreciation for him. Tom Hanks did a good job. It's kind of, it looks like a little Forrest Gumpy kind of thing, right? The character a little bit, but anyway. So, but it was nice. I think he did a good job. And oi, gente, Aline Cardoso said she understands a little bit of English, so that's good. So I won't go much further with my Portuguese right now.
And then we have a new, somebody just came in, Matthias Black.
Matthias Black. Hey, just came across your channel. Hey, welcome.
Hey, friend, how are you doing?
Yes, how are you? Let's see what you got. Wait.
Do you think she has some content on it? We're checking out everybody's.
You speak Portuguese? Sim, I speak Portuguese. Eu falo português. Oh no, Matthias Black does not have.
She doesn't have content.
It's a man.
Oh, he. I'm sorry.
And no content yet. But yes, I speak Portuguese. Do you speak Portuguese? Você fala português? Eu sou brasileira de São Paulo. São Paulo, terra boa. São Paulo da garoa. Wow, I remember this song. It's like talking about that São Paulo is a place of good people and it's a place of rain. It does rain a lot.
It does
in São
rain
Paulo.
a lot. Chuvas is the word for rain, and we hear that word a lot. I don't speak a lot of Portuguese, but when I hear the word chuvas, I know it's precipitation is going to be.
It's so interesting because we live in LA, so here, you know, it rains very little. I would say if it rains 40 days a year is kind of like the average. So I go to São Paulo sometimes, and when it rains there, I mean, I'm talking about real heavy rain. And my sister's like, come on, let's go to the mall. Let's go to this. And I said, no, I don't want to go. It's raining. She's like, what? Are you nuts? And another thing is when it rains there, it's not like here. Because here when it rains, like 2 little drops, like it happened this week, you should see my students. They all come with the rain gear, the galoshes, the rain cape and the hat. I mean, it's just nuts. We really prepare for the rain, but there, when it rains, nobody prepares, and you just go in the rain, and it's like, oh, doesn't matter, whatever. I don't know. People are much more worried about colds and getting a chill, or so. I don't know what it is. People are really like, they don't even care. They're so used to the rain. But here, I mean, it's like crazy. When it started raining, you should see the people geared up. Like
if you get like one raindrop on your windshield, like the traffic slows down to 5 miles per hour.
All right. So Matthias Black is learning to speak German. Guten.
Really?
What's that word? Guten Tag.
Yeah.
That hello, good morning. Or,
Auf Wiedersehen is goodbye, I think. How do you say hello or good morgen? Guten Morgen or something is good morning.
You think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But we know a little bit, like from every language. We can say like hello or something.
Hello, yes. I think
Ach du lieber.
We know everything from every language. Just smile, and that would be enough in every language. I think smile is really good. Do you know how to speak Russian?
До свидания. I used to teach a lot of Russian kids back in the day, and my mom was the head of a Russian program. There was a lot of Russian kids coming in the late 70s and 80s when they started to allow the Iron Curtain to open a little bit. So I met a lot of cool Russian kids. It was, and my grandfather's from Russia. He was from Odessa, which is part of the Ukraine.
Well, he's asking if that's goodbye. I don't know.
What? До свидания?
Maybe, huh? I don't know. Because sometimes you learn goodbye in every language, like arrivederci. That's Italian.
Bonjour.
That's good morning in French.
Okay. I'm mixing up my salutations. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, we don't know all those languages.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's investigative reporting going on.
Yeah, so
all I'm going to say, we keep getting these questions, but I don't want to. We don't want to talk too much about work. But I am still an official teacher, so definitely still on the record. So I'll be a teacher for life, but I'm still with the same place. Just as soon as something changes, I will let you know. Don't worry, but I'm still employed. Yes. Okay. Yes. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but I am still a teacher. Yes, and I love teaching. So it's cool. We got all these students coming on. They're all concerned about me, but don't worry.
Everything's okay.
Yeah, everything's okay. And whenever it happens again, it'll happen. So. Yeah, but like I said, I don't want to get talking about work. We're here to have a good time, So what else is going on?
What else is good? What else is cool?
Awesome.
We got invited to a New Year's party.
Really
fun.
Is it the same people that always invite us? Oh, they're awesome. They do these really cool New Year's parties, and they've turned their backyard into like a discotheque. They have a little indoor outdoor room, and there was usually a theme. Like last year, you had to do a face painting thing. I think I did a cat.
And then one year was hats, and one year was masks, and one year was something. Well, let's see what's happening. Let's see. All right.
Well, you know, I'm not going to belabor it, but yes, you could go online and see the teacher salaries online. That's public information.
I made a video. If you go to, I have a video in my classroom where I talk in Portuguese and I explain how the thing works. And yes, I do mention
pay scale. It's all publicly
have myself
posted.
On a strike, trying to ask for more. We had a big strike last year. It was like a lot of rain on that strike, even though LA never rains, but there was a lot of rain that happened and teachers went out there. Anyway, we've been here for quite a bit. So maybe it's time for us to go watch a movie. One of these movies that we showed our son got yesterday. I don't know if you saw the beginning of this thing, but we got all this old
action
movies.
Adventure. I think my son is trying to tell us something. We're watching too many romantic comedies. He wants some action adventure, Rambo and Die Hard and Death Wish, you know.
See, that's interesting about this generation, because we do a lot of this flashback and go back to the 80s and 90s. And what's the personality of this? You know what I mean? When we look back a few years later, what we're going to talk about, 2018, what was the main thing? Was all retro. Let's go back to retro cereal, retro this, retro clothes, retro movies, retro games.
Well, next year we're going to be in the 20s. You know, we didn't really have we were just like millennial or whatever. You know, we couldn't. What could you really talk about from 2000 to 2019? So we're going to be in the 20s and the 30s and 40s and so on. So that's going to be interesting, because we used to call it, the 70s, 80s, 90s, and then it became like, what do we call this now? You know, so maybe we'll get something original or something, possibly culture-wise. Will come up when we get to the 20s. The Roaring 20s are coming back in 1 month.
That's so crazy. This year went so fast. I don't know if everybody felt that way, but I felt that was so very fast. And anyway, we'll see what happens. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be very futuristic, a lot of new things. So many things already happen. I mean, I sound like I'm a big dinosaur, trying to talk about things, but a lot happened for us, when we were kids. We did not have all this technology, this
is amazing
stuff and phones, and you talk to people across the world, just like right now. We're talking to people in Hong Kong, and they're seeing us.
I remember when they used to do those satellite things back in the 80s or 90s. You had to bring a big satellite dish to do something like we're doing now, and you had to bring it out into the parking lot, and it made a big deal. We're now broadcasting to the other side of the world, but you couldn't just do it on a phone or a computer or something.
And remember when you had a CB radio?
That's right, breaker.
Yeah, they have a and he had it in his car. It was really cool. We would be in the car, talking, and all this, truck drivers. Hello, what's your 20?
Yeah, those are the original chat rooms,
Yes, that's...
Now, who wants to do that? You can do FaceTiming people, and, you wants to talk on a CB radio anymore, when you're more than 7-8 miles away, you lose the signal or something, But it was fun. We would, it was like a big party line, back in the day, but there's just kind of these things became kind of antiquated after a while, because, I
know, but this is so much nicer. You see the person, you can see who you're talking to. Eventually, this chats that we're doing right now probably eventually going to have little tiny screens where we could see everybody that's logging in, and because right now we just see what they are writing, but eventually we're going to be able to see their faces and get very personal.
Yeah, you don't need a big antenna. I remember how to get this massive antenna. My neighbor helped put it up with my dad. And, you don't even need a telescoping antenna anymore. You just need a cell phone or a laptop, and you're in business.
Yeah.
Stephanie Page said, I always think it's amazing how you can meet so many new people that you never knew existed. That's very true.
Yeah.
I met so many nice people the last couple months when we kind of branched out and started to explore YouTube. Every day I just see some, we meet, and then we keep the friendship that we have going too. So it's like, you meet all these people, and then you have to, kind of keep up with it, as well. So anytime my friends are like, how come you don't call me anymore? I'm sorry, I got all these other new friends here on YouTube. I don't have time for you anymore. They have so
much cool content. We need to see everything. It's like,
that's right. Our friends don't watch us, so now we screw them. We're gonna they're not watching now. Some of them do watch it, really, but
no, they see us live. You know what I mean? How much of this can they take?
They get all this rant and rave, stuff that we do. That's
come on.
We've already got it. They don't need to watch us on YouTube. They get us in real life.
That's true.
So
yeah, you can beat real life, but this is second best, right?
Is it? Sometimes I wonder, is this better?
No, second best. I said. I didn't say this.
No,
is better.
I'm wondering.
Oh, you're wondering.
Sometimes it's better. Yeah. Yeah, it depends who you're talking to.
Depends who you're talking to. But that's life, right? Anyway, we've been here for a long time, and I think it's time for us to watch a movie at home.
You're gonna go to Target?
No, I don't. I'm gonna to Target. I think tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day to go to. Today was started to rain, and I got kind of like Stephanie Page says, "Haha, yeah, I agree."
Well, she's so great. She's been with us for so long, and she was at our last live stream. So yeah, we'll try to let you know when we come back on again. We don't even know ourselves.
I think if you have, it's easier. Anyway, thank you so much. You said enjoy your movie night. Yeah, let's go to movie night, and then we'll come back another time with some more things,
more stuff.
More. I have to go live some life, and then come back with more things to talk about. Meanwhile, we'll work on some more content and some more stuff. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, we'll have a good night.
Good night.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Enjoy.
I think there's some people in some part of the world are ready to start Monday morning already.
For sure.
Let us know how it is in the future.
Yes. Tell us how it is. Anyway, good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Remember to keep on rocking. See you next time.
Bye. Bye-bye. And I think